Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the top 5 neighborhoods in High Point, North Carolina. And this isn't it. So according to Neighborhood Scout, these are the top 5 neighborhoods in High Point, North Carolina. So since my last video did so well about High Point, I decided to do another video about the top 5 places in High Point. Now a quick little disclaimer is that as realtors we're not allowed to have an opinion about where people should live. Yada yada yada. We don't want to push anybody into particular areas. So any of these facts and figures are coming from the internet and other various sources, but mostly from neighborhoodscout.com is where I got these figures from, and Google. So I urge you to do your own research. Yada yada yada. Disclaimer here. So first up is the Sandy Ridge area. That's in the northern part of High Point, just a little bit north of the Ocala Lake area, and you'll find a lot of these communities kind of circle that area, except for a couple that are further south. Most of them do tend to stay away from the center of High Point where more population is concentrated, and they rank most of these neighborhoods based off of convenience and or crime statistics. The median income for the Sandy Ridge area is around $252,000 a year, and the average rent is around $1,800 a month because these are nicer homes. Now this community, along with many of the other ones, enjoy a lot of the amenities of the city because they're close to both High Point and Greensboro, and they can go to either one. One thing I found kind of surprising when I started digging into these demographics of the areas is that 83% of the area is made up of English. Yeah, no surprise, but kind of low is what I was really thinking. But the other languages that make it up are Spanish, Polish, and I'm going to murder this language, but Urdu? Anyway, it's the national language of Pakistan. If you're Pakistani, I apologize. That makes up about 6.9% of the rest of this area. Now, of course, 6% is like, who cares? That's a small percentage, but it's still 99.9% more than other cities in the United States. Occupations in these areas are typically your executives, managers, those types of careers, because they are higher end homes, so therefore you need a higher end salary. Now, they're not saying they're expensive because there are much more expensive homes in these areas, but for $252,000, the average is, executives and managers, and of course there's some other professionals in those areas as well. And you can see you're not too far from quite a few restaurants on the Sandy Ridge area. Pretty much about anything you would really want, little stuff. There's a few other finer dining areas in that area, but most of them are pretty much fast food. They do have the River Landing at Sandy Ridge Golf Club, right in the smack dab center of everything if you enjoy golfing. One convenience about this area is you're not far from the airport if you are one of the higher ups that like to fly in or fly out. It's a little convenient for you. You're also not far from Kernersville and Greensboro, either one. Those are two of the bigger cities around that area. It's also real convenient because you're right there on the highway at 68 and 40. So if you just go straight up the road just a little ways, it's easy for you to get to work, whether you work in any of the surrounding cities. So next up is the Freeman Mill area. Residents in this area have a median home price of around $167,000, so considerably lower than our previous one, and around a monthly rent of $976,000. One thing slightly different about this area is its population density actually categorizes it as a rural area, which some of you don't want to be right on top of each other, then this might be a good fit for you. Also, residents in this area are more of the blue-collar workers, the restaurant workers, the assembly line workers, things like that. Obviously, for the price, $167,000, in this area, only 33% of the people are considered executives or managers in these areas. What they manage, I don't know, but according to demographics and neighborhoodscout.com, that's what they are. The location of this area makes it great because it's right there at the intersection of 85 and 74, which is going to also make it quick and easy for when you're either going to work or coming home from work. It helps you going north, south, east, or west. So the Freeman Mill area is a little more rural. You got parks here, and it kind of goes down and around. Your Archdale Creekside Park is not part of this neighborhood, but you're still not far from it. It's a very large park, lots of walking trails, disc golf, tennis. You also right there, smack dab in the middle, is Ingram's Nursery. Pretty much known for their strawberries in the area. Also around Halloween, you can go get pumpkins and pumpkin rides, hay rides, all that kinds of fun things. You're not far from Kersey Valley Spooky Woods too, which is also known for its haunted trail, or I think it kind of got known for that. But now it also does a ton of other things there, including laser tag and zip lines and all kinds of fun stuff. Now you can scoot right down 85 and 74 here, to and from work, but you can go right down 85 and you're right there, a long line of several fast food restaurants and a few sit downs, but they're kind of limited in that area. Grocery stores, you got a few to choose from, although not right, walk across the street close, they're still not far away. Next up is our most expensive areas, around the Brentonshire Lane area of High Point. The median home price for this area is around $277. Based off the demographics, this makes it a great area for those executives, and according to Neighborhood Scout, that's what makes up 92% of the residents in this area already. With the higher home prices, this also means that majority of the homes in the area are owner occupied, aka not rentals. I'm sure there are a few, but majority are homeowners. Now I hate to say, but wealth has a lot to do with the way neighborhoods are perceived. And where these neighborhoods are, the median home prices, puts it in the top 15% of neighborhoods in the nation. Now, that's according to Neighborhood Scout. To me, that doesn't seem really expensive to put it in the top 15%, but according to them, that's what you got. So you look at the Brentonshire area, it kind of goes around the Skeet Club, around Johnson Street, up Ocala Lake, just covers the golf course. Really a really small neighborhood compared to some of the other ones. But you got the Ocala Golf Course, you got a sailing club, you got a disc golf club. So this might be a great option for somebody that wants to be more, smack dab in the middle of things. Still not far from plenty of sit-down restaurants or fast food restaurants. Or you'll be going by plenty of fast food and sit-down restaurants when you're going to and from work. Next up is the Florence Community. Now, the median home price for this area is just under our last one at $274,000, sorry, and $1,800 a month in rent, which seems kind of low for a $274,000 house, but also seems kind of high for something you're never going to own. So this area is made up primarily of 3 and 4 bedroom homes, a little bit larger. Nearly all of the real estate being built between 1970s and 1999. So you're looking at older homes in these areas. Little fun fact about some of the demographics in this area, according to Neighborhood Scout, is that 5.6% of this area is made up of Arabic descent. Although the odd thing is that 7.3% of this neighborhood's primary language is actually Indian. And even that small percentage makes it 98.7% higher than other neighborhoods in the nation. Residents in this area are typically more in the sales and service industry, opposed to the last neighborhood that was around more the executives and managerial industries. So next up is the Colton Trains and Edgar areas of High Point. Now, some people's going to say this isn't High Point, but look up some of the addresses. They're in High Point. Again, I didn't make the map, just giving you some facts here. By far, this is the most affordable neighborhood. So if budget is a big issue for you, it's maybe the best area for you. You're looking at a median home price of around $139,000. So that's going to put it at the top spot for many people that want to be in this area, but can't afford the $277. Although rents in this area are still around the $950 mark for a decent sized home. This area is considered rural, much more rural than some of the other ones, the higher end ones. But a lot of people are looking for that in North Carolina. So most of this area is also comprised of medium-sized homes to small. You're looking at your 2 and 3 bedrooms. Everybody wants the 3-bed, 2-bath, but sometimes that's not actually needed. Now, another thing to mention about this area is that the neighborhood itself is made up of more mobile homes, double-wides, single-wides, than 95% of the other neighborhoods in this area. Not saying you're in the middle of a trailer park, but they're there. Just make you aware. Little fun fact about this area is that 1.4% of the residents in this area speak Greek. Small percentage, but still 98% higher than most neighborhoods in the United States. Looking at the home prices, most of the people in this area are your blue-collar workers, your service industry people. Maybe some manufacturing, maybe it's service work at a restaurant, but you don't have that many executives in this area. So Florence kind of twists around here, around the creek, it's kind of a weird shape, but so you got a few little parks in the area, but it's very convenient. So you got Gibson Park in the area, Gibson Blue Trails. There's a few hiking areas in there, around there. Observation Tower, I'm not sure what you're observing, but you can observe something. Swim and tennis club, and it's very convenient to some of the bigger restaurants there. You've also got, you got grocery stores on each end of it. Lowe's Foods, Harris Teeter, Walmart, Food Line. So it's very convenient to do your weekly shopping or daily shopping, depending on how you do it. Several sit-down and fast food restaurants to choose from. Again, right there beside of the place. So listen, I hope that video was informative, and hopefully a couple of these videos right here will help you understand the area better. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.